sometimes during the day I sleep on park benches. And that's exactly what I just did. Maybe it was because I had a late game of basketball last night and I was up early this morning for a session, a frequency healing session, and sometimes it's just so nice just to sleep, to nap. It's actually one of the best ways to reset as well. Like if you're going through one of my programs or if you're going through a session or whatever it might be, sleeping is one of the best ways to reset, recalibrate, come back into time. It's literally like resetting the computer, because we're pretty much just computers, algorithms and patterns, and we can change those algorithms and patterns. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, my name is James. I am a frequency healer. I'm also a human first. And this channel is really about documenting my journey, providing insight into human transformation, and really just providing a new way for you guys to tap into your potential. And that's what frequency healing is all about. That's what the sessions are all about. So if you haven't already, go to my website to download a free session. It's james-mcdonald.com, like the hamburger. And you can go to my website, enter in your email, and I will send you a free recording of a frequency healing session. Okay, it's a meditation and healing combined in one. It's very potent. So feel free to listen to that and let me know how you go. Okay? And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video. It really goes a long way. Now, into this little chat. I'm not really sure, sometimes I just go off on a wing, but I wanted to share the upcoming details for the 18-day, well, it's actually the program, right? So I've rebranded it, renamed it, the program, okay? 18 days of frequency-infused meditations. And it really is one of the most powerful ways to transform your entire life. And I'm not just saying that, okay? You hear gurus, marketers, and business owners, and they say, hey, do this thing, it's life transforming, and absolutely 100%. I've spent a decade in the industry and a decade investing into myself, a decade in business practices, goal setting practices, breath work, maybe not breath work the entire time, but again, a variety of modalities to really just be the best me that I can be. And it was only until I found frequency healing that it brought out the truth of all of those teachings. Yeah, I remember I caught up with a mate of mine, and it was his birthday, and I'd known him for about 3 or 4 years, and he said to me, he's like, dude, James, like, I've known you for like 3 or 4 years, and tonight I feel like I'm meeting the real James for the first time ever. And I was like, yeah, man. And that's because I'd been creating a facade that I thought was me, but it really wasn't me. Okay, it was an external version that I'd crafted of myself, through other forms of, say, healing or motivation or achievement, success patterns. Okay, so diving through these programs, I've been able to, I played a game of basketball yesterday. I'm 31, and I am moving the best I've ever moved in my life. Okay, I hadn't been to the gym in probably about 2-3 months. Prior to that, obviously, not obviously, but I've been in the gym and blah, 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 working on my health. And again, over the space of 4 or 5 years, I've become the most athletic I've ever been in my life. Yeah. My cognitive function, so my memory, I don't use, and it might sound funny, but I don't use the GPS driving around Sydney. I just don't use it anymore. I've been on dates and I've caught up with friends, and people have mentioned like, wow, like you remember where I live, like there's no, you haven't used like GPS at all, or whatever it might be. Ooh, there you go, that's opening. Time to move on. And I'm like, yeah, I suppose I just remember. And again, I suppose it's just the easiest to define. But again, in basketball, I'll remember specific strategies. I'll remember things, okay? And that kind of IQ development was there and growing. In business, right? So I'm just gonna put that down. In business, how's the sun? How's the angle? There we go. In like business practices, again, just acquiring skill sets pretty relatively quickly. And I'm not saying that to like impress you or whatnot, but again, those qualities have really come out of me as a result of frequency healing and really committing to that practice. Yeah. Seeing like behind the scenes of, and I'm not a sports scientist, but again, I'm in sport. I love sport. I love human movement. I just like, just the creativity of humans and whatnot. And so throughout the process of me being a basketball coach, I do that on the side as well. I've been able to see and break down and see more of like the science behind movement and whatnot. And I'm not a qualified. I don't have a degree in sports science or whatnot. But again, that intelligence to break down movement patterns and whatever it might be. That's all right. Whatever it might be, is just there. Yeah, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, like there's this movement. How can we break it down? So the same with business, the same with health, the same with, even money. So that is all available for you guys. Okay, and to really maintain it and to really hold it and to actually bring forth that genius that's in all of us. Okay, my beautiful sister, she's recently had a baby, so I'm an uncle, and kids, they have it. All kids are geniuses, right? Because they're born awakened. It's just over time they adopt and they shift and they change themselves to adjust their settings to what they think is more beneficial for them, right? They look at mum and dad, they go, oh, mum's abusing herself, so I'll abuse myself, right? She's been here longer than me, I'll abuse myself. Or, dad just doesn't, he just focuses on money, doesn't really look at anything else in his life. It's just all about making a quid. I suppose I'll just do that. I'll just shut off my life and just focus in on, career or whatever it might be. And there's nothing wrong with that, guys, as well. There's nothing wrong with, money and career and all those sorts of things. But if it's destroying your health, if it's destroying your relationships, and if it's destroying your mentality or whatever it might be, then maybe something is off. Okay, let's look at nature. Let's go back to the genius that nature is and this earth is, and it lives in harmony. It's harmonious, yeah. And that pattern, that frequency that nature runs on, we can run on it too. We can run on that system too, because we're a part of it, and we actually can enhance it. Yeah. So, what if you could? Like, what if you really could bring back the truth of who you are, which is one, timeless and brilliant. Yeah, that's what we do on the program. Okay, and whether you're new or whether you're a personal development guru or a personal development junkie, this is for you, right? It really is a powerful program. So you can check it out in the link below, and we start on the 11th of June, so pretty soon. And that's about it in regards to the program. It is a continual program as well, so this is about helping you become, say, the master of your own life. So it's not me like healing you, or it's not me fixing your life, it's you fixing your own life. I am just say opening up that pathway for you to self-govern, to self-lead. Okay, to self-govern and to self-lead. So, because you already know the handbook's already in you. Right? I'm just helping you awaken to that handbook. So, again, you could either go back to back to back, or if you're new, you could do it once. It doesn't really matter. It's totally up to you and what you're drawn to. I'm next to a busy road, so I'm going to keep walking. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me at hello@james-mcdonald.com. And yeah, if you like this video, or if you've listened to that free frequency session, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next week for some more. All right, much love. Bye.